10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick.
I speak for the tree.
The year is 2020. Diggity finally finished their best of 3 against Power Rangers in Epicenter, and we got ourselves into ESL One Frankfurt 2016 qualifiers for Europe. Fantastic.Five going up against No Diggity, and my goodness, it's been a wait. It's been a long wait. 2 hours. F5 had to wait themselves for this game to get underway. Like, we're good and ready to get ourselves in. The draft has begun, and I can welcome in my co-caster, Ryu. We've been sitting here for a while, just thinking our own thoughts, taking a nap. You've been eating, and take us through the draft.
Take us through the draft already. All right. I see how it would be. You just want to go into this. We don't have any small talk, no chat. I mean, I enjoyed my little French fries. You enjoyed your sleepy weepy. I mean, we were both kind of watching that last game and like, come on, no, let's go. And well, if you're telling me to go, I'll take it here. We have Void and Lone banned out for Fantastic.Five, as well as the Wisp and the Earthspirit being banned out by No Diggity, and then Fantastic.Five are gonna have the Beastmaster and the Chin as their second pick here, and then No Diggity was first picking the Nature's Prophet. Now they're up here. What do they want to counter? All right, we have an Invoker. So this is looking like it's the zoo is in town, boys, and for both teams. So welcome to Summoners 101.
You want to go, mate? You want to go? Is that what you're saying? Really?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh my god, no, please, not the Ramones. Anything but the Ramones. Well,
you know what? I don't even know the song that much. I just know it from like commercials back in America. They would always run it like this. These stupid 30-second commercials, and then that song would be in a lot of them. It was like, let's go. There's just
5 seconds.
It's just kind of stuck in your brain sometimes.
A little bit. Oh, with their offlaner set. Five and No Diggity, they've, like you said, kind of got the summons there to make sure they've got the vision across for the supports when they're kind of rotating and ganking off of that safe lane towards the mid. That does give Qualifier Invoker a little more knowledge about how safe he has to be in that lane. Know when he has to sit back behind the tier 1, but one thing he doesn't know is who he's up against, which is why they take out the Death Prophet, and maybe they look to ban out the Puck or something like that. BZZ has been liking his little juicy heroes towards the mid, like the Puck, the Queen of Pain, stuff like that, to try and deal with the Invoker. But there's also heroes like Phantom Lancer out there, which we've seen do very well against Invoker. But it's the Vengeful Spirit, a hero that adds into the Aura strat that Fantastic.Five are kind of building up, not necessarily straight towards that, but Chen and Beastmaster, they've got Centaurs and Hellbears, as well as the Inner Beast to push into towers that can definitely make a difference with the Vengeful, especially since they're dire side, right? Having the Venge to allow yourself to go for that early Roshan and take it out a lot more easy. What do you think here? F5 to ban out against No Diggity.
Reserve time.
It's a good question. It's kind of like, what do they want to not go against? I mean, the DP is already banned, so you don't have to worry about Oracle too much. I'm still seeing both teams might play a little bit greedy, as the Nature Prophet kind of goes off lane, and then maybe No Diggity want to pick up Night Stalker, and then Fantastic.Five, they have the jungling Chen already. They need a good support hero left, but we know No Diggity, they still like to pick up like Bat Rider at times, and just the greedy jungle. So they might be holding it, and against the Invoker, like you said, Queen of Pain is one of those heroes that can take it to him early on, but They might want to get something else. They could still go
10
for...
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess you could have just the OD.
Radiant team
Good
pick.
stuff right there. Oh, man. And then now if they can pick up... No, there's no roaming potential besides the Bounty Hunter. Maybe no Diggity could go for it. I'm wondering how they're going to approach this Chen now. I think you should just pick Bounty Hunter now. Or they could just try and counteract the... Okay, well...
It's the Mirana they've been giving to Yapzor a fair amount. Just go around throwing these arrows from here to there. But it's also maybe not a blocked pick against F5, but we've seen a bit of OD Astral into arrow combinations coming through. But no Diggity, they've got two of these really good kind of skill shot heroes, but you've already got Nature's Prophet Sprout to kind of pair up with it. I'm just trying to turn up your volume a little bit my end. It sounds really loud in my ear. I don't know what
10
Cap has been doing to touch all
remaining.
this stuff, but you sound loud in my ear, but you're a little bit quiet on XSplit. But hopefully
5
this should be
seconds
good
remaining.
for the lads on stream. But F5 still need their secondary support, the hard 5
Reserve
roll, as
time.
well as likely their safe lane carry. The OD most likely heading towards the mid, and it's going to be the Bane Elemental,
Radiant
an
team
age-old pairing with the Chen. Nightmare into Centaur stomps, Hellbear smasher claps. And pretty good at roaming
Deny that
into
pick
lane.
to Synderin.
Yeah.
Now he can't play any other hero.
Well, now it's
No,
like
but-
Rubik or Witch Doctor Sind. Which
Witch
one do you
Doctor.
want?
Yeah. I mean, if they don't go Witch Doctor, I would be baffled. Like you said, there's other heroes. Rubik's decent for canceling out the grip and stuff and
10
helping
seconds
against the
remaining.
Beastmaster set up early kills, but he does go back for this sometimes too. He's one of those captains that think about it more in the longevity of things and like, oh, well, Beastmaster's going to have Necro book, their Chin's going to have massive army, and it's just a nice counter to have there with the Winter's Curse, kind of turning it on them, and also can just allow them to group up for better positioning too. I see a lot of Winter Wyverns if they can ever just get that early ulti off and with 1 or 2 heroes attacking them, and then you just have the combo with Invoker, it should be nice, but we'll see how it works out for them. I would really like to have them, a stun. A setup for Mirana instead of Yapzor just like saying, hey team, I'm going to carry you right now in this early game. So I'm just going to hit every single arrow in all the lanes.
That's the thing though, because when we originally saw Mirana in this 4 role, it was done in Southeast Asia a bit, and then Fear did it on EG a tiny amount. But specifically Southeast Asia, we used to see the Miranas if they missed out on like the first, let's say, 3 arrows. Not aiming towards the mid lane, or not landing them on the key targets they wanted to, they would actually be able to dip back into the jungle, kill off
5
the large
seconds
jungle creeps with the
remaining.
arrow because they're insta kill, get themselves to like level 3, and they'd still keep up pace with the kind of
Reserve
opponents
time.
4 roll and make sure that they're not lacking and creating a deficit for themselves in levels. I think Yapzor does have to be very wary of that, but Winter Wyvern here, good against the Chen army, pretty good against the Beastmaster, little boars and stuff like that. But what else does Wyvern give you that, let's say, a Witch Doctor wouldn't?
Well, it gives you that turnaround. Let's say somebody gets roared. They don't have any magic burst damage that can go through the cold embrace. So in a sense, it's kind of like, oh, you roared somebody, you're attacking him with OD. You're just stealing the intelligence. You're not doing as much damage as, say, like a Zeus or something going through the Winter Wyvern, which would be a good hero. But Fantastic-Five, they've already picked up their OD. I assume it's going to go against the Invoker mid lane. They're going to pick up another safe lane carry. So I would like to see Gyro for Fantastic-Five because all the things I talked about, you need some kind of magic burst damage for this Cold Embrace play, and then obviously talked about the Winter Wyvern Curse enough where it's, you just group up everybody on the enemy team, helps that, or just the mass summons, they can turn on them, and so it also can dissuade teams from picking, like, say, Sven. If he God Strength and then hit somebody, they would die, but Spanned out here. But they're thinking about it for no Diggity. What can really hurt them this game?
I think the really difficult thing is that OD can switch from safe lane to the mid or vice versa. So it maybe does have to be a hero that can fill both roles, or you just go out and ban out the Lycan. Give the zoo power here from Fantastic-Five so much more pushing potential onto these towers. And no Diggity, their actual counter push and their out spam, it's Splinter Blast, and that's pretty much it. Starstorm, too short range, you can't really go up to a creep wave or go up to the Lycan and Beastmaster and say, hey, take a Starstorm to the face, I'm going to stop your push with this, because you're going to get roared, you're going to get astraled and caught out of place and off guard. The Lycan There's a decent ban out there. And F5,
10
we'll
seconds
see what they'll
remaining.
pick up in a couple of seconds. I'm more
Alright.
interested in No Diggity and their one roll for Era.
5
Yeah,
seconds
I'm
remaining.
thinking, I'm 95% sure about my picks, guys. Gyrocopter for Fantastic.Five, and then Clinks for No Diggity. That's so cut and dry right now for me.
Would you
But
put money on it?
we're gonna put money on it right now, Durka. That's not fair though, because I have 2 chances to be wrong.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah.
there's so many heroes in the pool.
And?
All right, how much we betting?
3 potatoes.
You know, I have a lot of potatoes in the
I,
fridge.
I will bet you 1 million Zimbabwean dollars. You're wrong.
How about we just bet Monopoly money?
I'll bet you 5 million Zimbabwean dollars that you're wrong. I will bet you
I don't
1
even know how to
billion
get that
Zimbabwean
currency.
dollars that you're wrong.
No.
Look, yes, 1
See,
billion.
I told you Zeus.
One.
I told you Zeus.
No, you didn't say Zeus. You said
I
gyro.
said Zeus.
You said gyro. You said gyro. 1 billion Zimbabwean dollars is mine. I don't know what the exchange rate is. That's probably like 50 cents or something. Maybe it's ridiculously low, but
I talked about the Zeus counter to Winter Wyvern. That's enough for me. And then, whoa,
Oh.
Doom as a... Is that a core Doom now? Is the question.
That's a 1-roll Doom. Era is going to be picking that up. It looks like, unless they change
Yeah.
things around.
Okay.
I
like the hero a lot here. It just, you can take out the OD from the team fight, and everything else is kind of like magic burst damage from the Zeus, or you can just take him out. And so they eliminate 1 core. Doom is going to have a really good time early on, so that ensures he's going to get fast level 6, and he's going to be a big potential as that right clicker moving into the later stages of the game. When he eats that Alpha Wolf, he can start building up to the AC, Shiva's Guard, and whatnot. So I could see this working out with this Doom pick.
see how it goes for them. So it's going to be mid Zeus, OD safe lane. Arman and Yol going to pair up with the Bane and Chen and move themselves around. I'm just looking at this Yapzor Mirana. I think we've got to pay close attention to what he gets up to in the early game, especially. As of course. Oh, it's... See, I really thought there would be a no Diggity pause, just to like give themselves another little bit of a break, but they've had a chance to cool off after their Power Rangers series. They did come out on top of that one. That's Fantastic.Five. They've been waiting around for 2 hours now, and I know Havost was tweeting out saying it kind of sucks. Setting aside time and kind of sitting around twiddling your thumbs, and honestly, as a caster, I kind of felt it as well. You know, I'm getting hyped up for the series. I've got like 2 best of 3s ready to go, thinking, right, do this. Let's get cracking.
I was ready for it. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I only get 1 series.
Yeah, only 1 series tonight. We do have the Polarity against AF game. We're coming up tomorrow at 9 PM CEST. That got switched over, so we'll have 2 series tomorrow night, 2 best of 3s. But well, actually 4 best of 3s if you count the Southeast Asian games in the morning as well as more Epicenter games for Toby to do. There's loads of Dota, loads and loads of Dota 2 happening for the next week or so, and we're getting to the end of it though. You know, we're getting into like semi-finals, quarter-finals of ESL One Frankfurt for Southeast Asia next week. Epicenter's closing up, and then we've got a little bit of a break. At least I do, but you don't. You're heading off to Kiev, aren't you?
Kiev, bros, woohoo! Party! No, we're not gonna party. We're just gonna cast every single day. I'm kind of worried because it's you know, I think it's 4 best of 3s every day or something, and I'm like, that could turn into, you know, easily a 16-hour if there's land problems, if there whatnot. So my endurance is gonna be tested on that, and it's a 4-day event, so it's gonna be a long haul. It's gonna be fun. Kind of reminds me of you, Durka. You know, you got your big shot, and time for me to flub it up where you didn't.
Oh, I've got more lands coming up soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah,
We'll see.
you're gonna be in Kiev soon too.
What for? What are you talking about?
What? We play?
Yeah, I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, you think I'm dumb? I'm not dumb. Maybe I am.
No. We haven't announced our talent list. You just spoiled it all. I'm going to WePlay alone. I will be the sole caster of WePlay. Unfortunate for you guys on Reddit. So start posting your flame threads now. I will be the host, the play-by-play, and the analyst, and the stage host. I'll do the whole freaking lot. I'll be sprinting around, you know, while eating McDonald's and chugging milkshakes. Keep my mouth full of that. But no Diggity. Let's have a look at this. Where are they heading off to? There's actually an aggressive movement here from F5. Three of their heroes head over towards the Radiant Ancients, but they're not going to spot anything out just there. Oh, no Diggity, they've got a good spread across. They're looking to contest bottom rune where Beastmaster does secure up his little camp. No sentries or anything placed out by no Diggity just yet. Qualifier should get a bounty rune, so easy. Nothing out of the ordinary there. The big question is, what does Kizu do with the little treants? Is he going to try and drag or double stack this wave? Like he's going to. Sends them across, sprinting away the little trees. Nice Astral, actually. Not sure what they'll be able to accomplish with this. They might be able to kill it off and stop this stack up, and yeah, Vost is trying his hardest to get this done. Oh, one more click, it's not enough, but the tower should secure that one. Yuzu's going to have to worry about exactly where this lane meets up, and RMN, you've already seen him start to block this one up, so the wave will meet normally, except the treants come across again. Drag it all the way back.
I'm surprised he didn't just drag it this way and meet him. That was... could have still been done. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, gonna have a pause. 200 ping. So, all right. Now we can talk about each other's day again.
Oh yeah, sure. I've got Knoxville in my apartment.
Knoxville in your apartment, really?
Yeah, Knoxville's moved to Germany to start working here, so he's staying with me for a little while. He arrived today, and I was about to leave. Like, I was on my way out. I didn't realize, like, he was a little bit early on his flight, because Kit Kat was meant to let him in and show him around and feed him. You know, he's our little pet now. But Knoxville is statsman from the major and TI and stuff like that. He's staying with me now. But apparently he's back home cooking me a curry. But regardless, we can go back to that later on. The game has been unpaused and we're back into things. RMN have Ost up at top play in the Bane and OD. Dual lane safe lane going to be up against Kizu on the Nature's Prophet. Koi for mid, of course, on the Invoker. While BZZ on the Zeus. Yabzor. Well, this is an interesting one. He's actually going to be playing that kind of roaming bounty hunter role on this Mirana, looking for the Chen creeps, arrowing them down, and also stealing and leeching experience away. He needs the clarity up, but the skeleton cancels off the clarity. Oh, Yapsor, Yol, he got the better of him there. Well, down on bottom lane, Aerodoom, Cinderon on the Winter Wyvern, and Ghost Stick Beastmaster taking a pummeling already from that Infernal Blade.
So this is looking really good for both teams right now. Nobody really pulling ahead and trying to figure out who's going to make the first mistake this game, and it's kind of hard to say. I think the biggest, or where they can make the best potential gank, is just bottom lane on Ghost Stick, just because it's Infernal Blade, how much damage it does, plus the Scorched Earth. It's not, he ain't going to care about no boars when you're just running at him with Scorched Earth, and Cinderon's there for the additional slow. And mid lane, Zeus versus Invoker. Zeus could die if he gets hit by an arrow. So a lot of pressure can come out from Diggity early on here, and it's more of them trying to put the pressure on everywhere on the map.
Oh, Zeus sidesteps the arrow. He looked a little bit AFK there, but Yapsor's not going to land that one. They still go forward with the forward spritz and the cold snap, and BZZ is taking an absolute pummeling. Forced back off the lane, but he's still got tangos and a full bottle to work his way around his damage output.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. He takes that last hit. I was kind of worried about him. And this is the problem when you pick the Zeus. Anybody can bully him out of lane, especially an Invoker here with Forge Spirits. And when you have somebody like Yapsor constantly rotating around the map, you're just scared. Like, oh, please don't hit me with an arrow. And now he's rotating up here, just being a nuisance for Yol. And he can set up for arrows. Is he gonna? Oh,
he wants to arrow the Satcher.
He does.
Indeed. Fortunately for him. Wait, that's a level of penitence, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I've not seen this in a long, long time. What's the reason for this instead of Test of Faith?
Well, they just want to make sure that when they get somebody, they're going to be able to stick on them, slow them down. It does help get out the bonus damage, but
Ryu, that's just what the spell does. Like, you're reading out the spell description there.
Ghost Stick's dead.
See? He's blocked up by Treant. Good call, down on bottom lane. His first rotation onto the bottom will find themselves a kill onto the Beastmaster. But back to Penitence, Ryu. Come on now. You just read out the skill description. That's what it does. Well, what's the reason he took it over Test of Faith? Or do you not know?
I would say he's going to combo up now with the Satyr and make sure nobody moves for the rest of the game. With that purge, you know, cooldown 2 seconds. I don't know. I think it adds a lot more burst potential, but for me, yeah, I love Test of Faith more, just for that extra damage, and you don't really need the Penitent. So And I'm not a Chen player, so you're barking up the wrong tree, Dirk.
Oh, they looked for the Nightmare onto Yapsor, they got the Purge, but man not able to pull the trigger onto him there. So far, farming-wise, decent here for no Diggity, but it's a tier 1 push on top lane that's already coming out.
Bottom lane's almost dead here.
Oh, you're right. Ghostic with the level 1 wild axes, that does not stop the push in, and Kizu was looking for the Sprout with his phase boots as well. Ghostic has to be on his toes and very wary of this movement forward. Lots of armor here for Eero as well. Ring of Bassi plus that Wild Wing aura. Already up to +6.
So, right now, yeah, like talk about the CS here, Invoker is just crushing it over the Zeus. That's to be expected. You just want to try to get the level 6 on the Zeus, and then you start making plays around the map with your heavy amounts of burst damage. And Koifa should be off to a really good time, having the Midas soon. So, really well played from him, and both teams taking down one tower as of yet, but F5 are constantly invading. They have these aggressive wards right now, scouting out if anybody is going to be jungling or if anybody's going to make TP rotations to the mid lane. So good warding for them so far, and there's nothing on the side of Diggity.
Yeah, mid lane hasn't been contested here. Koifa, like you said, quick Midas, and I guess normally against the Zeus, you're just trading farm anyway. But Chen, the fact that Yapsor has kind of created this barrier around the mid lane, making sure that Yol can't make his movements in there, it also further consolidated Koifa and allowed him to get that fast Midas. So it's going to be 6.5 minutes and he'll have it fully completed. And he's looking for a bounty rune or something down towards bot, but he will not find it. Still, finishes it up, and you've got Arcane level 4 Marana here for Yapsor, while Synderen, they've spread the levels across these two supports pretty damn well, but you're also dealing with a Chen, so you kind of have to. Knowing that he's farming through the jungle efficiently. I'm wondering, got level 6 over on Ghostic, but he's limited on the mana. I'll have to give him a clarity and then smoke up to try and move themselves forward and look for this kill over onto Era's Doom. He's actually used his Scorched Earth, so this could be a simple takedown if Era doesn't play his cards right.
Oh, he's going to come back into the lane, and very luckily timed.
Barely going to scrape away from that one. Arrow kills off the Hawk. Nice bit of gold again for Yapsor. And
he's gonna get caught here.
Still trapped in. Yol is very far forward, all on his lonesome. The TP from Kizu is looking forward aggressively for Ghostic or someone. And Fantastic.Five, they disengage, they get themselves away. And in the meantime, Voiced over on this Atwell Devourer, still farming away freely on top.
Trying to figure out who is benefiting the most right here. It's the levels on the supports are dwindling, but even Yol, with that roaming bottom early on, he's not getting as much EXP as he wanted, and so they're all level 5 here. Chen is about to get his level 5, and yeah, these level 4 supports. Cinder needs to get up his ultimate. Maybe they should give him a lane. They can always run Koifa into the jungle at any given time. He can start Midasing up those. He can start just jungling him more efficiently. But Yapsor, let's see if he wants to take an arrow here. Give me those creeps. Give me those creeps.
The one thing they do have to kind of adjust here is Kizu is not level 6 yet. There's a level 7 Beastmaster. And while Ghostic is doing an excellent job here, just getting himself a nice amount of experience and a decent chunk of gold, Kizu's Nature's Prophet still has to kind of step up to the plate and get himself some levels. But he can't return to top lane. He can't go on 1v1 against the OD. That's just something that's impossible for him.
Right.
The trade-off here is no Diggity. They're kind of holding out on their tier 1s, bottom and mid, while maybe trying to force F5 into a position where they commit for a push, but F5 equally, they realize that they don't have to commit for a push. As long as they continue farming, get Etherlands up on BZZ, and OD untouched at top lane, I think they're pretty happy for now.
Yeah, Fantastic.Five are happy in this position, and bottom lane might be setting up for, just heard the boar, and you just see how hard it is for Diggity to make stuff happen after the laning phase, where the Beastmaster can't get caught out as much because of the Hawk vision and just good positioning. And mid lane, they just don't have any stuns, reliable stuns that I was talking about in the draft. But they do have a Sprout and no Tangos on the Bane.
Well, Strike is not going to scratch him, but the Nightmare cancelled out by the Cold Snap. Koifa. They turn this into a push as well with the treants and the force.
They got Era.
Oh, is he dying down on bottom lane? Yeah, he does indeed. And Nature's Wrath bounces around a fair amount, but tier 1 mid will fall. No Diggity, actually going to TP down towards bottom lane to stop this push in from F5. BZZ. Creeps are falling from Yol as he loses his Sato, and Syndrome with a Splinter Blast going to try and slow this push down as well. Starfall is there. Kill off a number of these creeps, and then Yol is going to have to really rebuild his army, and that takes a while. That's going to be a good 3-4 minutes of reset time for F5, and this could be an opening for No Diggity to really abuse and exploit the map openness.
Yeah, you saw how fast they take down the tower in the mid. They just have faster heroes with the Invoker, and it's a tremendous amount of damage. Forge Spirit's Treants, this is everything that's going their way, whereas Fantastic.Five, yeah, they heavily rely on the Chen army, and you just see how easily they can get taken out with the Splinter Blast as well as the arrows. So they're going to have a hard time when they're sieging these towers if the enemy is alive. And looks like a solo smoke here for Era. He just want to get stuff done on the map. He hasn't used Doom for a good 4 or 5 minutes yet. And I'm sure he's just saying, I want to get active. I want to start doing something around the map.
Well, Doom, you know, is a hero that farms quickly in the early stages of the game with his Devour, of course, but he's definitely a do-shit hero in terms of one rolls. Go and use this ultimate and maybe try and find a pick-off on somebody. Moonlight Shadow, this might be their chance to go for it, but this has been spotted out. The signal's there for RMN saying, hey, look, Qualifier, he moved into the trees and something's a little bit wonky with the way this is going about, but Yol, oh man, this Moonlight Shadow set up for this one. Forge Spirit's there, he takes a Satyr. Oh, there, he's eating a Satyr back as Era, but the Cold Snap slows him down, but they cannot chase this one through. There's nothing to actually stop him in except for Kizu. Comes in with a Sprout, Yol cuts through the trees, trying to deny himself to the outwalls, but a swipe out from the sword, and Era will secure that one while down on bottom lane. Syndrome is equally dapped into oblivion by BZZ Zeus, and they've got their eyes set on a bigger prize. It's the tier 1 and the bottom.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a trade here. Doom is still up for Era. Didn't have to expend it in this. Furion has been doing a lot of work this game. He put pressure on the bottom tower. He's put pressure on the mid and got 2 kills. So he's the reason why they're getting all these pickoffs around the map because of their other lack of stuns. It's just these sprouts have helped out tremendously when they're just setting up. So now it's kind of like on Fantastic.Five. How are you going to get into this game a little bit better to where they can have better map control? Because they are down 1 tower and their Roche lineup is decent, but I don't think they can necessarily sneak it in because it's not that fast. So they have to kind of go around the map, try and get a good gank in, and they have the heroes to do it with Bane level 6 now and the Beastmaster Roar. How's he looking on his Necro book? He's almost there. So the solo pickoff potential is slowly growing. BZZ.
Oh man, I think he's in a spot of bother. There's the Sunstrike after Yules and a good ice ball from Qualifier. They'll take down the Zeus. They might look for this Roshan themselves to ping it out. Say, hey, look guys, perfect position, perfect time. Syndrome having this curse available. Level 6 Winter Wild.
He might buy back.
A hell of a lot of a chance here to defend up against it. The Hawk is killed by Yapzor there. Roshan got a vision of this Fantastic.Five, and they're kind of moving themselves into position to try and contest it. Down to half health. Not sure if Team No Diggity want to commit this. It's a little bit spooky walking in here. Oh, Yapzor just killing off creep after creep. This Mirana is so good against the Chen. Just wondering whether they'll jump over this ridge and look for a kill. Qualifier aiming with the Yul Scepter. Splinter Blast will be thrown out onto Yol. He's alive now, and the Zeus does offer them a hell of a lot of teamfight potential with his nukes coming out.
They have a lot of control around the Roche pit with the Winter Wyvern, and they had the vision with the ward, so very surprised they still decided to back out with 15 seconds still left on the Zeus. They didn't use Alacrity or anything to really boost up their damage when finishing off Roche, but giving a lot of respect over to F5 there when, you know, you have a Doom, and you also have that reset with the Winter Wyvern. I'm very curious to see why they didn't try to overcommit, because I don't see a Bat Rider on F5. The Hawk was annoying, but they managed to snipe it out. They didn't have any other things. If you just saw what happened, if Yol brings in a creeper, anything, he just gets arrowed, and even when it's so far away, they still manage to hit the arrows. So the scouting isn't there for Fantastic.Five.
There's a lot of vision for both of these teams. You know, we're looking at the Hawk, the ulti from the Zeus. Of course, the Chen creeps to kind of just wander themselves around. There are loads of little summons and vision givers here for F5. Yeah, equally, there's like Treants, there's Sunstrike, and arrows. Yapzor has been throwing these arrows, not necessarily just to hit, but there's the Sunstrike, giving vision into the Roche pit. And No Diggity realized, hang on guys, we took this down to half health. kills off the ball. Kizu aggressively TPs in to fill up one of the nectar units at the very least here. Sprout will give a little bit of vision as well as Kizu. They run forward with the Scorched Earth and the drums are popped, but it's difficult chasing back with Syndra and roared up. He pops the balls as well, but Koik was found. Ghost Stick, he's alone on the back end. And Ghost Stick will lose his life. With a very overzealous movement looking for potentially just a simple kill onto Sin. Neither team is really getting past this point of... And they're just both so timid. They're like, we want to do Roche, but is it really possible? No Diggity, they make the second step in here. With it down to 1/4 of its health. Looks like this should be a pretty simple takedown. F5 just keep on zapping in there. RMN looking for maybe a Fiend's Grip back for the arrow. Ult lands onto BZZ. The jump potential not available though. And no Diggity cannot make up the distance and close the gap onto the Zeus. Let's take the Roshan and back themselves up.
Yeah, F5, they just can't contest. Their heroes don't allow for it. They just want to get pickoffs around the map with the Bane and the Beastmaster. And they just can't teamfight against that Doom and the Winter Wyvern. So they could have done that, I want to say, like 3 minutes earlier from Diggity, just respecting F5 a lot more for their positioning. And still at the end of the day, Diggity are going to take that Rosh, and now they can do anything they want. F5, I was going to say Armin here in the bottom lane versus Yapzor is not going to happen. Sad to see that. Doesn't have any vision into the... Ooh, nice scouting arrow. But talking about the vision in this game, what happened to all the wards? I'm blind.
Zeus has been dewarding. They've been going around dewarding everything there.
Jeez.
I don't know where all the dire wards are though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Well, they got Roar and Keizu.
Oh, you're right. With the Necro books, he's gonna spot above it. He's got a Sprout to turn it back. Looks like he's gonna try it and the cut through the trees, but Koik was there with a tornado and Keizu gets himself away. Nothing from long range, no artillery there to finish off the Nature's Prophet for the arrow. Hellbear. Oh, look at that.
He has a blink here on Koikfa. They can go on Evost. Let's be careful.
Does indeed, and Koikfa sitting close to 9k net worth at 16 minutes. He's looking pretty hot right now in this Invoker. Again, he was untouched. 110 last hits. Sitting 3-0 on 1. Invoker off to a roaring start, and it might be time to smoke up here for F5. I don't know if you want to go and fight directly into Aegis of the Immortal.
Yeah, the Aegis here is... You don't want to go against the cheese and Aegis, but they don't have the cheese yet. No, I'll just goof up to help you, Dirk.
Thanks. Thanks. You're always here for me. You're always here.
I am. I'll look more dumb than you, and it's gonna make chat love you, and they're gonna hate me. So I'm the scapegoat. I'm fine with that.
But now you said that, they're gonna hate me and love you because you said that now. See, I noticed these little things. Regardless,
I wasn't supposed to explain it. That's my problem.
That's your problem. Mech is still not complete over on the Chen. They're waiting for that timing while Yapzor's Mirana has
17 minutes in no mech? What?
No, he doesn't. I mean, I was looking at him at 12 minutes and he had Headdress Arcanes. He didn't have his buckler completed.
Arrow to the face. Oh boy.
But the Sunstrike, the blink forward, finishes him off. Simple stuff there from no Diggity. But yeah, the Mirana has Arcane's Urn and Mech completed. So Yapzor on this Mirana, sitting at 5k net worth, has actually outstripped the Beastmaster at this point. And he's looking like an offlaner.
I'm just trying to figure out why they kind of are last picking that Zeus there. I mean, you can see some of the synergy with the Arc Lightning we saw at the Roche on bottom lane. He's going to be picked off here. Havos, my friend. And... well, he could live a little bit longer, but you don't want to just have to wait an extra. Oh my, 44 seconds in the grave here, and he doesn't have his rod yet.
He was sitting on 950 gold when he died. He was so close yet so far. Era, Scorched Earth is up, Penitence is there, the damage output's decent, but Yol is the one that's caught in the Winter's Curse. Fantastic.Five. And they're tier 2 for now, but I don't know if that's going to be the last chance. No Diggity have to push forward onto it because they're looking at bottom lane as well. Koikfa, Aghanim Scepter's 1,000 gold away, and this Invoker is becoming an absolute beast at this point. Oh, Kizu, what's he got? Drums phase. Oh, Orchid, hello. Finishes an item straight up.
Nature's Prophet.
19 minutes in.
I mean, they're just so farmed. And the worst part is you have a Midas on Doom and almost max level Devour, and he's losing to Invoker and Nature's Prophet. It's like I'm shaking my head here at how much farm they're getting right now on no Diggity. And they're just going to suffocate Fantastic.Five right now, and they have the counter heroes too going into the later game. You just doom up the OD, and that's all their damage. It's gone, or even the Zeus. We all know that OD needs to constantly hit people to get out his damage with the Sandy's Eclipse. So it's really nice plays coming in from Diggity. And I just want to say a little bit of outdraft here. Bottom lane, Havos blinked on. Oh, there he have blink.
And that was Sprout as well from Kizu. They don't even need it. The damage output's good enough. That World Devourer is meant to be the free farming OD, but he spent a lot of his time on top lane, wasn't active, and now he's looking to finish the run of Atos, but it's just not going well for him. Havost currently sitting at what, 6th place? 5th place on the net worth charts. And it's a tough old ride. Havost OD on tier 2, just shredded here by no Diggity. And they might even look to push high on. Agency Immortal's gone for Koik for now, it just expired, and Roshan respawns in 420. Start blazing it up when he gets back to his basement. But it is a high ground push here with Forge Spirits, Treants, Alacrity over into Koikva. Even with the Zeus here to try and outspam this wave, they place an observable to give them vision. RMN, careful there with the arrow coming in. What is there to stop this though with no OD? He comes back alive now and they want to try and run in to fight this, but initiation tools, they have the Ghostic Roar, but he's pushing mid tier 2. They got value elsewhere. There's a tier 3 for a tier 2 in exchange. Diggity, I'll just retreat away.
Wonder if they want to turn around here. They could try and make a play with the Moonlight Shadows. Could be. I think the one thing I've learned about No Diggity when I watch them and I cast them is they make no mistakes, right? They make it look like they sometimes back out completely, but sometimes 1 or 2 stay and they'll get the pick off, and sometimes they don't go for the risky plays. You saw the Roche there earlier, and it's just a really well-disciplined team. Yol is going to be caught out of position here, but they have the Astro if they need to save him.
Yera even jumps in looking for the Infernal Blade onto him. Quite good. Deafening Blast across, and the arrow will land as well. Perfect chaining. Well played there between the two of them. While Armen and Ghostic are up towards the top lane. No TP on the Beastmaster. It's down to the Zeus to try and spam this wave out as much as he can with Arc Lightning.
They're just so good right now from Diggity. Look at this. They backed out. They waited for the Doom. It had, 20 seconds. They were just hoping for a quick pick. They got it on the chin, and now they're going high ground. They also got the Ags delivered on Koifa. He's going to be a casting machine. BZZ dead, and that ensures no D push.
He's just removed from the game. That Doom means he can't do anything. With both on strike from the cold snap there will allow the retreat and bail out. Fiend's Grip is good though, with the cold embrace down, they'll try and heal him up, but it's just intelligent storm for Havos. So there's the roar of the Era and the Eclipse, but Era's still alive, he killed him on the back, and now the stick charges to the final lightning bolt will secure the kill. The Astral's down from the OG, keeping himself alive, but with a meatball onto the ice ball, ultimate place as well. Thunderous Grab isn't enough damage to do a damn thing against No Diggity, and BZZ dropped by the Forge Spirits. Stolen back by Yol, but they've lost a full lane of racks and 3 heroes here. And Koikva without a single fuck to give on a third of his HP.
Koikva.
He just pushes up onto the ramp again. RMN might look for the Nightmare to Brain Snap. Oh, he can't get close enough, and now he gets jumped on with a cold snap there. He's just demolished by Koikva. No Diggity. They just stay up on the high ground. And Fantastic.Five. What do you do to stop this? Because the push is coming in fresh and fast towards the middle lane as well. Kizu, he's got nutrients. Yapsil's got the Greaves up in 29 seconds again. Items keep flowing through here for No Diggity and Fantastic.Five. And you've used your Roars and your Fiend's Grips to try and pick people off. But with a boot to travel from Era's Doom, he can blink onto you again with his ultimate in 45 seconds, but it's just the racks with no grip available for how long? 7 seconds. This could be a chance to defend here from F5, but no Eclipse. There's no big ulti from the OD to throw. He's going to have to try and get in with his right click. They've started him up, and Kizu turns back around, and Koikva, he's got his meteor everything else roared by Ghostic there, and he's taken out of the game. Finally, F5 got themselves a big kill over on your Invoker, and Kizu, it's time to get out, mate.
Beastmaster just acquired, is that Necro 3 and a book? No, for Blink, I mean. He just got 1.5k gold, but it's not going to matter when Havos dies. Astro, does he have Blink? No, no Blink.
No, he doesn't.
And time.
There we go. Out of the game, buddy. And in the meantime, Forge Spirits and all that nonsense were taking out the mid-racks. GG is called. They're just out of it. F5 say that's it. 15 to 4, 24 minutes in. You've done it. No Diggity. Well drafted, well played. We do not stand a chance in hell. So game number 1 here of this best of 3 goes by incredibly quickly.
Yeah, it's like that Doom for me, as well as the Zeus pick, I think the last two picks kind of ensured their victory there for no Diggity. We talked about it enough. Doom taking out a hero, and then the Zeus pick got punished heavily in the mid lane. Koifa just demolished him in lane 35 CS to 22 or something like that. Sure, that's what Zeus is kind of meant to do, just get EXP, try to get